Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Veterans will be getting a huge benefits boost from the VA, and it's going to affect more than 1 million veterans. So with that, let's dive into it. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. Every thumbs up, every minute watched helps to share this information with others, and I do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please do so. All right, so let's jump into this. Here, this is on Newsweek. I did a video on this not very long ago, but I wanted to push it on again just to get the awareness out there for folks that can be impacted. So, veterans get GI Bill benefits boost from VA. What to know. All right. Jumping into it, the Department of Veterans Affairs announced Friday, which it was the 4th, I think? 3rd. Friday the 3rd. So Friday the 3rd, the VA announced Friday the 3rd of January, 2025. There you go. The Department of Veterans Affairs announced Friday that it received or revised the process for awarding GI Bill benefits. Now, this is following a Supreme Court case that ruled in veterans' favor. So they have revised the process, allowing veterans who have served multiple periods of military service, such as those who reenlisted, to be eligible for up to an additional 12 months of education benefits. Previously, veterans who served at least 2 periods of service were limited to a maximum of 36 months of GI Bill benefits, which included both Montgomery GI Bill and post 9/11 GI Bill. The updated policy removes this limitation, allowing eligible veterans to qualify for up to 48 months of total GI Bill benefits. So the Supreme Court decision has led to this expanded GI Bill limits. In April, the United States Supreme Court, and it's crazy because we just had 2 veteran issues heard and ruled in the favor of veterans by the Supreme Court. One was this one regarding education, and the other was regarding evidence being in equipoise or equipose, whatever you want to say, tomato, tomato. If evidence is equal, the VA is supposed to rule in your favor, and they also heard that case. So let's move on. So in April, the U.S. Supreme Court issued a decision in the Rudisill versus McDonough case, siding with James Rudisill, a former U.S. Army captain. In a 7-2 ruling, the court ruled that Rudisill could maintain some of his educational benefits under 2 different GI Bills. Supreme Court Justice Jackson wrote the majority opinion, with Justices Roberts, Sotomayor, Barrett, Kagan, Gorsuch, and Kavanaugh, siding with her opinion. Justices Thomas and Alito wrote the dissenting opinion. Rudisill believed he had 10 months of educational benefits under the previous plan, but he was denied by the Department of Veterans Affairs. The Supreme Court opinion states that Rudisill began his time in the U.S. Army in 2000 and went on to serve 8 years on 3 separate periods of military service. During his first period of service, Rudisill enlisted in educational benefits under the Montgomery GI Bill, but the opinion states that through his subsequent periods of service, Rudisill also became entitled to more generous education benefits under the post 9/11 GI Bill. Rudisill sought to use his post 9/11 GI Bill benefits to finance a graduate degree. So, GI Bill provides financial assistance to U.S. military veterans for educational and training stemming from the Service Members Readjustment Act of 1944, which helped World War II veterans with tuition, mortgages, and unemployment benefits. The Montgomery GI Bill, introduced in 1984, expanded these benefits to cover various forms of education for active duty and reserve members. In 2008, the post 9/11 GI Bill further extended benefits, offering full tuition coverage, housing allowances, and book stipends for veterans who served after September 11th, 2001. The post 9/11 GI Bill has paid over $143 billion to over 2.7 million beneficiaries, according to the VA. In another updated policy change, the VA is also extending the expiration dates for using GI Bill benefits for eligible veterans. For each veteran with multiple periods of service who opted for the post 9/11 GI Bill instead of the Montgomery GI Bill, the VA will reinstate the time they had remaining at the time their election plus an additional 90 days. So what they're saying here, the Department of Veterans Affairs Undersecretary for Benefits, Joshua Jacobs, said in a statement, every veteran has earned the right to a good, affordable education. And under this new policy, many veterans will get an additional 12 months of GI Bill benefits. The VA said in a press release, supporting veterans and their families is a key pillar. And the VA is committed to helping veterans get high quality, low cost education they deserve. In 2024 alone, the VA has helped more than 900,000 veterans or their families pay for school and cover the costs, cover expenses while training for a job. All right, so the VA said what's happening next here, right? So the VA said the updated policy could impact as many as 1.04 million veterans and beneficiaries. The department said it's launching a targeted outreach campaign to make sure that every veteran gets the additional benefits they deserve. Now, look, don't wait for the VA to reach out to you. Reach out to them, their education hotline, and ask them directly any questions that you have regarding this if you think you're impacted. Just saying, I would. So the VA also put out a statement a couple days ago on Friday as well. I'm going to go through a couple parts on the VA statement here because they do have some questions and answers here at the bottom as well. So many veterans are also now eligible for additional retroactive benefits, specifically veterans who served at least 2 periods of service, one that qualified them for the Montgomery GI Bill and a second that qualified them for post 9/11 GI Bill, may be eligible to receive up to 12 months of additional GI Bill benefits, bringing them to a total of 48 months. These veterans may be eligible to receive 12 months of additional retroactive GI Bill benefits, bringing them to the total of 48 months. Now, here's some questions and answers. Who qualifies for this expansion? Veterans who served at least 2 periods of service, one that qualifies them for the Montgomery GI Bill and a second that qualifies for post 9/11 GI Bill, may be able to receive additional GI Bill benefits. Next question is, will I be notified if I'm eligible? VA says yes. VA will be distributing communications to potentially impacted beneficiaries. Next question. My GI Bill benefits expired. Will there be an extension if I'm found eligible? To receive an expiration date extension, applications must be submitted by October 1st, 2030. Again, if you have any questions on that application and how to do that, call the education line. Do I need to do anything is another question. Of the 1.04 million veterans who may potentially be eligible for additional benefits, VA will be able to automatically adjudicate the claims for approximately 660,000 without any further action required on their part. For all remaining veterans, VA will be reaching out to them directly to encourage them to file a claim. So, it's either going to happen automatically or you need to actually take action and file that application. And that's why I'm saying it's probably, if you think that this is going to impact you, probably just reach out. And I mean, they're either going to say, oh, you're part of the 660,000, we're going to take care of you, don't worry about it, it's going to happen. Or they're going to say you need to file a claim. Next. When is the deadline to apply for those who need to take action? Again, it's October 1st, 2030. 2030 is the year. And to learn more about the change, including how to apply, you can visit the web page on VBA's Education Service webpage, or call the education line at VA. You could just type in Google VA education phone number, and it should pop up. With that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so very much. Have a great one, and remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.